as it stands now, the Senate, we are barreling towards a government shutdown. Chuck Schumer has been desperate to provide the Senate any possible cover in which it would allow Chuck Schumer to vote to keep the government open. And Schumer tried to go around Thune in the Senate and go directly to Trump. And the amazing thing, what we're watching is we're watching Senate and House Republicans so confident that Chuck Schumer is going to cave for nothing, that the only thing they wanted to make sure was that Trump didn't in any way agree to do anything with Chuck Schumer, because Schumer was just looking for a fig leaf. And they're basically saying, we're not even going to give you a fig leaf. You're going to take this. And here is Chuck Schumer. Let's just do this one. Is this what he posted to?
Yeah, he posted this to his X account.
Now he's mad that Trump won't come out. I don't know what he anticipates happening with this. What I do find amusing is that as desperate as he's trying to maintain a youthful look by pushing those glasses up, he can't help but I need to put him back down. Now he has just a bigger set of glasses down at the edge of his. He went from this lasted for a day, and now it's back down here. So let's go.
And as he's off camera, he's like, get him off, get him off.
Get him up. Here we go.
We know Donald Trump watches a lot of television.
Got him.
President, if you're watching television, shut it off and come sit down and negotiate with us.
Do we know what channel this was on? Was it on MSNBC?
I couldn't find.
It looks like C-SPAN based on the Chiron.
We know that Mr. Trump watches a lot of C-SPAN. I don't think so. But like, who does he think this is for? Who does he think this is for? And I mean, what we are watching is Chuck Schumer is on a tour right now. Politico has a story that he is completely toxic with Senate candidates, not blue state candidates. Iowa. Hell no, Nathan Sage, one of the handful of Iowa Democrats vying to replace retiring Senator Joni Ernst, told Politico when asked if he'd back Schumer for leader. In Maine, 4 of the Democrats running to unseat the GOP's most vulnerable senator have already pledged not to support Schumer as leader.
I think the second thing Graham Plattner said.
Like Mills hasn't jumped into the race yet. She's going to be the only one because he's pushing her in there. In Illinois, I'll remind you, Dick Durbin, Chuck Schumer's best buddy, the Senate whip, is the retiring senator from Illinois. 3 leading Democrats vying to succeed Schumer's retiring number 2 say they're keeping their options open. Like, they desperately want Dick Durbin's support. And as much as they desperately want Dick Durbin's support, they still won't say they support Chuck Schumer. They're saying,
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Is there any? We'll punt this question.
What kind of bull is this?
Yes. And Schumer's spokesperson, Alex Nyan, said the leader's North Star is winning the majority in 2026. What is Chuck Schumer's plan to win 2026? It is essentially to not exist as a political party. It is to do absolutely nothing that could in any way take a position on anything and hope that Donald Trump is so hated that somehow this bleeds down to Republicans, and it may work. It also sets up a recipe for absolutely, this just to keep recycling. Yeah. Let's hope Donald Trump is really bad. Here is Chuck Schumer on
Morning Joe.
Morning Joe, which of course is where you would go if you were trying to reach the public or conservatives or the president. No, this is where you go if you are trying to convince Democratic power brokers that you should still be in charge. And he's sitting there right now. Look, put him up there. He's sitting there. He's going like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. What's that? I can do it. You can play a little more. You can see he's like concentrated. Just go forward just a little. This is a different clip? Oh, this is the clip. He's right here. He's like, I can do this. I can do this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Chuck, you're doing good. Chuck, you're doing good. Chuck, you're doing good. That's what he's telling himself now because he's so nervous. He is so on the hot seat from all, but I'm going to get out there. Chuck, you're doing good. Chuck, you're doing good.
Leaders on the Hill want that meeting to take place, though.
That's a good Chuck.
There's some reports that right now they don't.
Chuck. He is so. I'm Chuck. Chuck is doing
Chuck.
good.
Oh,
Chuck is
crap.
doing good.
I'm
That's
Chuck.
a good Chuck.
That's my own name.
That's a good Chuck. That's a good Chuck.
Chucked it up.
Me watching Russell Wilson in the red zone. That's a good shot.
I'm a Chuck. Here is Chuck Schumer's plan. Okay, this is his response. Okay, we're doing miserably, but fortunately, someone else is more miserable.
And one more point on all those polls. Even though Democrats' numbers are low, when you ask people, who do you prefer, a Democratic senator or a Republican senator? We did it in the 6 battleground states, which were +2, +3 overall. So it's not a Democratic or independent survey. 47-39, they prefer Democrats. And in a couple of the races where we have the 2 candidates, we win. So.
Okay. He's, first off, like this generic thing, like it's bad as Democrats are performing, the Republicans in these races are performing worse. You are basically saying we are just a floating piece of driftwood on the river. And it's so far, it looks like the river's going in the right direction. This is like fundamentally, definitionally not leadership. There is no plan. There is nothing. It is, we're going to drift into victory. And that may be the case. Maybe nothing changes. Maybe absolutely nothing changes the trajectory of that river. But we don't know that. And when you have absolutely no reason to vote for the Democrats except for they are not Republicans, there is no positive message. There is no, Donald Trump's personal net worth has doubled in 8 months. We don't hear any, all we hear is Epstein, which is fine. That's good. But maybe the idea of Donald Trump's personal net worth has doubled. Has yours? Donald Trump's personal net worth has doubled. He's gotten rich, but you're getting poorer. We don't hear anything like this. We don't see anything of him saying what the FCC is doing is bad, and when we become, we're going to do X because of it. But because you're not going to say that we're going to do X, because you're not willing to say that we're going to do anything, we're just going to lay low and hope no one knows that we're here, you don't have reason to talk about anything. It's all just, that's wrong. What's the right answer? Well, who knows? But we're not going to say because maybe somebody will be upset about it.
Succeed passively.
It is, and it is a strategy, and it could work. But God forbid there's some type of terrorist attack. It happens. God forbid there's some type of major crisis. God forbid there's anything that could change the flow of this river that you're now just gliding down, and you have ceded any ability to create a narrative. You can't start it 3 weeks out from an election. You can't start it 4 months out from an election. You need to start now. And they've decided we are completely abdicating. We're not going to do any of that. We're not even going to shut down the government unless they make it absolutely impossible. Chuck Schumer's so desperate to just have anything that he can come back. This is after Nancy Pelosi last time saying, like, I've never done a deal where you give something for nothing, which is exactly what Chuck Schumer did. He wants to give something so desperately, but they're not giving him anything. They want to break him. And we'll see. He may just cave anyways. For weeks, all we've heard is how Trump's big, beautiful bill will cut Medicaid. But almost no one's reporting on a buried provision that would make Trump untouchable. Go to ground.news/majority to see how this bill would block judges from enforcing court orders unless you, the citizen, post a bond first. Highly credible sources warn most people can't actually afford to do this, and that's pretty obvious. So if this bill passes and Trump violates the law, it wouldn't even matter, and nobody even knows, which means the GOP's flood the zone strategy is working. And it's why I think Ground News is the best tool to expose these blind spots before it's too late. My partners built the only app and website pulling in news from across the globe, then breaking down each source's bias, credibility, and the news the right tries to bury. And considering most people take the first article they see online as fact, their browser extension is essential. What it does is it flags the source's bias and links other credible reports to verify the information. Ground News is a better version of how we're already staying informed. So I got you 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan that I've been using. That's just $5 a month when you go to ground.news/majority, scan my QR code, or redeem the code majority if you're using the app. With at least another 4 years of this, they're counting on you to be distracted. This app is how you stay focused. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.